Hello, friends. You're live, by the way.
Okay.
Hello.
Welcome. Are you ready for the run?
Are you guys
Everybody is ready.
I am
Are you
ready.
counting down to me?
I'll count them down, sure.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. And they should all be off.
All right, we're off to the races. So I am Shabu, and I am joined by my wonderful co-commentator, Amay, who's fantastic at the game and will probably actually be talking about like real knowledgeable stuff while I just say random things. So I hope you enjoy that dichotomy. We have our four illustrious, fantastic, wonderful runners, Muranieum, Six, Game Commander, and DrDevin, which are on the teams Cake Commander X and 2 Birthday. This should be a pretty close race. I think that they're pretty evenly matched teams.
Yeah, they're definitely even, I would say. From memory, Mur is definitely the fastest runner here. However, Game Commander especially has a ton of bingo knowledge.
Yeah,
So
crazy bingo knowledge.
that definitely evens it out. And then Six and Devin are slightly more wild card players. But they're definitely strong runners in their own right.
Morning.
So, what format we're doing? We're doing Lockout. Is that correct?
That is correct. We're doing 2v2 lockout today. So there'll be a lot of teams jumping for a goal and then finding out somebody else yoinked it from them at the last moment. It's always fun when you spend 5 minutes trying to get something.
Yeah, no, it should be fun. I'm really hoping for some crazy upsets. So then it's Lockout, and then also I would like to point out that we start like right at the get-go. We don't have any time for rooting. We just you start and boom, you're going in. So these guys are talking. Looks like someone's picking up the chest behind the elevator, which means that they're going for money, and their teammate is not. It looks like, which is good. That's good communication. Looks like someone's going to be looking for money and to purchase some things.
That means
I'd like to point out that if you don't know much about NieR, you're going to be seeing a lot of attacking. And attacking is kind of our main form of movement because it speeds us up. It allows us to clip through walls. The game is pretty well broken at this point. So we can just kind of clip out basically anywhere. So hopefully it's going to be a little bit of a fun thing to watch. There's going to be some really kind of off the wall goals, and I hope that you join us and we just have a good time and chill.
Why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a
So there's a good saying that we all love and appreciate in the NieR community that walls are just a suggestion.
All right.
And I give it maybe a minute before we see that come to life.
Oh, we're in a shmup, which
yeah.
might... how many... do we... is this our only shmup that we really have to do?
No. We have one very short one later on.
The Angles one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's 20 seconds.
Yeah. Like,
So this
it's
is
like nothing.
this is like the most downtime that these runners are gonna get to check over the board. They have maybe 30 seconds, quickly scan the board, figure out, hey, you go for that one, I'll go for this one. And then they're straight to it. So there is very little time to prepare.
Yeah.
They don't know what's on this board prior to when they start either. So a lot of this will be like figuring out on the fly, oh, I can quickly take this little detour, go here when I'm not meant to. Maybe I can take this from them before the other team realizes, you know? So we're gonna see a lot of spicy little detours from the main story route. We'll definitely point them out. Looks like Mura is very slightly ahead of the rest of the runners at the moment,
Yeah.
but
So I would like to point out another thing with NieR that's probably similar to some games that we've seen, probably very different from some games that we've seen. It's not really a hub world, it's not an open world really in the traditional sense. It's a very linear game. So a lot of these goals are made with that in mind and allow us to do things just by clipping out because everything is loaded in, but we can't necessarily, we're not supposed to be in places sometimes. So you will have to complete a certain amount of story progress to get to things. So a lot of NieR Bingo is actually going along the main story but like kind of you're going in a straight line and you just kind of dash to the right and then go back into your line. It's like you're following a road and then you go into the cul-de-sac and then you go back onto the main road as fast as you possibly can. So it's all about finding little optimizations and when you can kind of snag in those little like yum times, you know, where you can just grab a goal and just sneak it on in.
Little yum times. Took you 2 minutes.
Going.
So, quick one to point out already. Game Commander, straight off the bat, right out of the shmup, is going over to the forest, picking up Virtuous Treaty, which will be for the goal, Virtuous Treaty level 2. Now, a very important thing to bring up now. The middle board on the square means that one runner on each team, assuming they want to go for it, will have to stay with their main weapon that you can use for movement to speed you up at level 1. It means slower movement, less damage, and a lot of punishment.
I think Mura's going for...
Ooh.
Mura's going straight to Flooded City, which means that Mura's going to grab the lance and then void out here. I wonder... I really hope Mura just says, screw it. Let's fish for some mackerel, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's dying. I really hope he fishes, though. That would be so hype.
Oh, but he's running away from the enemies. Is he trying to fish?
I think he's trying to fish. Okay, so there is an ending called Ending K, and the board has a goal that says get Ending K, which is obtain and eat a mackerel. Oh, you can't do that, homie.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants too.
That's gonna be rough. If gets the fishing. All right, it looks like Six and Devin are gonna be kind of
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such.
Are gonna be kind of racing for the main story stuff so far. Because Game was the person who in the bottom left, I believe, if ours matches up with the stream.
Ours does match with the stream.
Perfect. So Game was the one who grabbed the G from behind the elevator. So I would imagine that Game is going to be kind of going along, doing a lot of the early game stuff that's not tied to the story, and then, and I think that's the same for Muranieum. So Mura and Game, kind of the equally matched non-wild cards, as we put them earlier, are going to be going for these early game, really just chonker time, big boy, you know, really important points that you can't really ignore. And then Six and Devin are probably going to go for the main quest and try to duke it out between each other. This should be a pretty interesting race. It's already pretty different on all four.
So I would actually like to bring this up, since we actually dug around in the game files and we found out the information. So Muranieum is currently fishing for a mackerel.
I don't care what
which is a
say,
7% chance.
It's wrong. It's not true. It's way less than 7%. I don't care. I don't care. Oh my gosh.
Some bad memories there, perhaps?
Oh. Yes.
Yeah. So he's really pushing the boat out there. Approximately 1 in 14, 1 in 15.
Activate Desert Camp Transporter.
Ooh.
Is up
First
for
square on the board.
For the blue team.
Team Cake Commander X.
Team Cake Commander. I have it on the side, so I don't actually remember which team is which. Okay. Team Cake Commander X has taken the first square. So it's kind of interesting. This is going to be an interesting race.
It's actually gone differently to how I expected.
Me too. Like very differently. I did not expect ending K right off the bat.
No, and I also expected that the people rushing story progress would be the people doing the side goals.
Yeah, they kind of switched it up on us. They gave us the switcheroo, buckle my shoe kind of deal. So
what is Game doing?
I don't know.
He's going for a very unusual route, since he doesn't have the story progress that everyone else has.
Could you imagine if no, he's going for he's going over towards wait, what is he doing?
Oil field? But why?
Oil field transporter? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, we don't have that on this board. Another board we were looking at was the Emil heads. And okay.
Game has confused us all.
Wow. I'm I'm confused. I'm. What is-
Sorry, can we quickly chime into this moment of confusion? Because we, Team Zenerus, we are going to sign off and ending our hosting duties and saying good night or good morning to everybody. Have your tea or coffee in your Bingothon mug. Donate a little and enjoy the rest of Bingothon. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and please enjoy the rest of the marathon and this NieR Automata race bingo thing. It's cool.
Now,
Okay,
Moving
cheers
over
guys for
Yeah.
doing hosting, and good night.
good night.
See ya.
Thank you.
So that is why he went for that, Shabu.
Yeah. For
There
the,
is a-
oh my gosh, this is spicy. Oh my gosh, and Mura is still fishing.
That's gonna hurt in the long run,
That is gonna really hurt.
especially with both Game and
Who opens a sealed
Game
gate
and
with
Devin
explosives?
being further into the
Easier way,
game
right?
than 6 is.
Can you get a mackerel there? That might be
you
too far.
can.
Is that you can? Okay,
You can.
I've labbed out a lot of the mackerel stuff, and I've never. I thought that was part of the ocean.
Oh no, both spots can give a macro.
Okay, so this is interesting. Game Commander going for a
Sand sure
death
is
warp,
slippery.
and then Devin. So bottom left going for a death warp. It looks like to go back and start doing story progress. That's really interesting, actually. I think Game maybe kind of was really giving his opponents some respect. It looks like Mura gave up on.
Yep,
mackerel.
Mura's given up on fishing, so all of that time, sadly for Mura, did not come to
We've got
fruition.
enemies approaching.
Wow, this is crazy. I think so. All right, can I get a little juicy, tiny tad bit of like delicious speculation? Do you mind if I do that
Sure.
for a second?
Sure,
I
sure.
think Game had the same read we did, and I think it was like a double fake out from Mura, from is it Mura in 6?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, Mura and 6.
Mura in 6 and Game Commander and Devin. So I think that they did the double fake out. I think Game thought, okay, Mura's gonna rush story because Mura's fast. Mura's got a great any percent time. Mura's gonna rush story. I need to get oil field transporter before Mura does. And then Mura went for freaking mackerel.
Ooh, you could be right there.
I think that's what happened. Oh, we've got a pit.
Ooh,
Devin.
Devin is really far ahead.
Devin's flying through story. And then 6 is... What was 6 doing? 6 just doing story?
Yeah, 6 is just doing story as well.
Okay.
But it does
Oh.
look like he might fall behind far enough that Devin can look out some of the other goals.
This is interesting. Mura going for virtuous
Treaty.
treaty. Thank you. I was about to say virtuous dignity. That would have been wrong. Virtuous treaty as well. So that's going to be a race to do that. And then Game Commander's going for the. This is wild. This is so different from what I expected. They're going everywhere. Oh my gosh, this is so reversed. Game is going for the amusement park clip. So he's going to be using this tree route for a double lift, or double lift. So a double lift is when you're on a slope, you do a lift, which is a jump heavy attack, and it kind of, you do a big boy chonker slice up into the air, and your feet touch the ground, and the game's like, oh yes, that's right, your feet touch the ground. You have been on the ground the whole time, and you get your jump back, which means you can do another lift, and it gives you crazy height, which allows us to get places we're, quite frankly, probably not supposed to get. And so the game is trying to do that to get over this invisible wall over here and get into amusement park, which is going to allow him to do a couple things. But he needs story progress for some of the stuff in amusement park, which is some of my confusion, I think.
Oh no, but there's something I've noticed. Top left. He's only one level away from being able to do that goal as well.
Oh, you're right.
So maybe he's gonna farm up some XP while he's there. While
Virtuous
Mura's
dignity.
still a little bit
Oh
behind.
my gosh. So gamecmdr taken kind of an early lead because Mura unfortunately did not get the mackerel fast enough. I think that you maybe go 3 times on that mackerel, and then you start really suffering in terms of time. Interesting.
It's also worth bringing up. Mura probably went for that mackerel because story progress can guarantee you getting a mackerel from an NPC later in the game.
Yeah, so I think that both these teams are trying to be so far in each other's brains that they have done literally the opposite of everything. I'm not. If you asked me beforehand, Shabu, how do you think this is gonna go down? I would have given you a play-by-play, frame-by-frame, and it would have been exactly wrong. It would have been the exact opposite of what's happening. So this is really interesting. I do genuinely think that this is very much a two teams trying to read each other really hard and just going for some crazy mind games. Because you've got to be thinking like they're in separate chats. They don't know what's going on. You know, team 2 birthday has to be looking at the board and thinking, what the heck are they doing?
So Shabu, I have something really important to bring up. It looks like Mura is farming the materials from one of the Resistance Camp quests, which means not only is he most likely gonna get a bunch of goals before a game, since he's gonna be slightly further ahead in story progress, he may also be able to take off the lance.
The lance, or also the lance, and might be able to yoink out the virtuous treaty.
Yeah, that could be big.
This is spicy. Team 2 birthday could end up just like chonking some big boy points on the board without anyone noticing. This is really interesting. I kind of love the opposite realm of one player going for all of these more obtuse non-story related goals, and then one player going for the story related goals.
But at the same time, Game Commander yet again going towards the forest. There's 2 goals for transporters.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is interesting. So that's why he's doing the around the world.
Looks like we're safe now.
in 30 days or whatever I don't know
In
what it's
30
called.
minutes.
30 around the world in 30 minutes, yeah. So okay, that makes a lot of sense. So game went straight to the oil fields, got the transporter, got a goal. Easy goal, super I was gonna say tum tum time. I don't even know what that means.
Tum tum time.
Tum tum time. I didn't want to say yum yum again, so it just came. I don't know. So oil field, and then went to amusement park, and now is at forest, going to forest.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really interesting.
Oh. I've really got to give it to Game. He's gone big brain on this one.
I gotta really give it to Game. He cannot get this clip out of bounds. Gotta really give it to him, because everyone knows, and if you're running NieR Bingo, you're gonna be made fun of a little bit. It's not like I could do any better. I'll be real here.
Where is he going? That's such a...
Because he gave up. He went back to Pascal's village
Maybe
to...
we
Oh!
I think he just doesn't know the clip.
Royal Chamber transporter. And then, do we have...
Yeah, we have the front one as well. So he's trying to get there, but it seems like he doesn't know quite how to do the out of bounds. So if he takes too long,
then they can
then Mura's going to start taking off other goals.
Yeah, so this is kind of like game is losing time, like Mura was bleeding time on the mackerel.
Maybe we should return to the resist. No. Roger.
Interesting. Looks like Devin's coming up on roller coaster.
Is he gonna?
What level?
Yeah.
Devin's level 7. So there is a die on the amusement park coaster goal, but Devin is too high level for it.
Yeah,
So it
both of
looks
them
like
are
he-
locked out.
Yeah.
We've lost contact with several Yorha units that were on their way to
Something to
Game
bring up.
is still 4 and Muranieum is still 4, right?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
seeing that correctly?
The important thing about that is that if either of them go to the desert, they won't be able to do that goal until level 10, because desert will get them to level 6.
I heard something about
Yeah.
that back at
So
the
it
Resistance.
so essentially, if Mura or Game want to go for that goal,
Target location
they have to do it before they go to the
desert.
desert.
And if this is the case where Game and Mura both end up trying to go for the amusement park, I have to say that's really great teamwork and planning. Because if they both end up at level 5 and I see them rushing towards amusement park, that's just really good communication. I don't know.
Ooh, Mura just hit level 5.
Okay,
this
we'll
could
see.
be a sign of what's to come.
This could be a big shift. Game
Virtuous
taking way
Treaty
too
level
long
2?
on this clip. Oh, there we go. Oh, selling the fish. That's really smart. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. The fishing isn't wasted because of all of the there's a lot of goals where you need a lot of money, and money is really hard to get in the early game of NieR Automata. So, oh my gosh, what a huge brain play! What the heck? This is so sick. Why? Who let this man here? Whose man is this? Oh my gosh. So even it was never a lose-lose situation. We're over here like, oh, he's losing time, and it's like, oh yeah, guys, you need to shut up, like, right this second. So I'm gonna give you some hotcakes of a strat and serve it up to you on a nice plate. Because it literally didn't lose time, because fish sell for a lot of money, especially those ocean fish. And so fishing for the mackerel. It was literally only a win-win situation, because you fish for the mackerel, you get the mackerel. Oh, sick, you get a goal. Or you fish for the mackerel and you get money, which is important for obtain 5 weapons, already marked up. Looks like Game also getting the Castle Front Transporter, which should be queuing in the Team 2 birthday that Game is in forest, or someone is in forest, grabbing the other teleporter. So they got to know that that's off the table. It looks like what is Mura? Is Mura farming? Oh, hammer
for the hammer.
This is wild.
Oh, he didn't get it.
That's really unfortunate. It's a hard goal. What the heck? It's not that hard, but it's like, I haven't seen that goal before. Sorry, I just.
So yeah, we got a couple of minutes before Six and Devin come up to the next point in the run where they'll be able to branch off, start competing the side quests, which have some more of the story locked goals. But Game is really going on there, hitting all those early goal games.
Dude,
and Mura's just
with the SD also, I think, or the low health. Am I crazy?
Looks like he's set up for a death blow.
Why is he going through the whole
Oh,
castle though?
Might not have opened up.
I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of confused. I keep thinking of a bingo card that we made earlier and we're talking about. Because Amay and I chose this card because we thought it would be pretty wild, and so far it has been. But there was an earlier card where there were some goals that could have made sense, and I was thinking about those. And I'm like, oh, I was like, wait, that's not on this board. So, wow, this might be an early. This is a pretty early demanding lead from Team gamecmdr, but Mura and Six are kind of setting themselves up for success here as well.
Do we have time for a donation?
We do.
Alright, because this is a pretty hype moment, because we got a $50 donation from Crash saying, Shabu and Game Commander, huh? Hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, everyone.
Oh my god. Thanks, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Thank you so much for your $50 donation. It's really generous. Remember, to anyone that just tuned in, all this money donated throughout Bingothon Summer 2020 will go towards Fred Hutch, that currently mainly help in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic through research. some of you perhaps may have been hearing the interview we've had earlier with one representative from Fred Hutch, and it was really great education for all of us, really to learn more about all of it. They really are a great cause, and so any money really helps towards hopefully one day soon, well, getting rid of this pandemic. So yeah, thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you. It's by the way, it wasn't because Amei isn't beautiful and amazing. It's Game and I. Oddly enough, Game joined the NieR community, and we found out. I talked to him about his icon, and found out that we actually went to the same college, and we're in the same group of people. And the person who just donated is one of our good friends. So really kind of funny coincidence. But anyway, this is wild. Okay, so it seems like we've gotten to a point where Mura has to continue story progress. I'm really curious how Mura and Six are gonna end up kind of branching out once they make some more story progress.
Yeah, so Game Commander is
I'm sorry.
a solid like 7, 8, maybe even 9 minutes behind Mura on story progress, and that will definitely come up soon.
It's almost like
Yeah, you gotta feel kind of nice with that 4 gold padding though.
You said that yourself.
Yeah.
Like, not great because you've still got. I mean, the lunar tier ones are gonna be huge. Man, there's some goals that you really gotta get some time into. But
It does.
oh, die in the amusement park coaster at 5 or 10. I think Devin just got that. I guess Devin was 10, right? So Devin went back to amusement park.
I didn't quite catch it, but he must have been if he's take the goal.
Yeah.
So he's beaten 6 to that goal.
It looks like, honestly, it looks like 6 wasn't even going for it though. 6 is in Pascal's village.
Ah, yeah, but 6 is only level 9, and Mura's already
Yeah.
in Desert at level 5. So 6 would have been the one to go for that goal for his team.
Yeah, it is interesting. I'm curious. I wonder. I want to know what they're thinking. It's like I'm so perplexed by this
no one knows for sure.
conundrum of rooting. I'm just it's weird words. Anyway, not weird, but unnecessary. I am kind of. I'm lost now. I'm lost. What are we doing? I need you to ground me, Amei. I'm losing it. I'm not breathing enough. I'm lightheaded.
I don't know, so I'm a little confused, because that was, at least to me, would have been the best opportunity for Mura to take off the Hammer program goal. So I don't know, maybe he's trying to fake out the other team. Trying to get them to waste their money, thinking, hey, maybe we can take this one. And then yoinking it from them at the last moment.
Yeah.
Maybe he's playing like the long con.
Long con. But I mean, I feel like when all these are popping up, you gotta be thinking to yourself, I don't have time for the long con. I don't have time for the long goal. I'm gonna lose this, like now. Like I gotta go for the hammer program, you know? Or maybe Mura's like, hammer program's not important enough. They could get it at any time. It doesn't seem like they're going for that because, you know, Game clearly did around the world in 30 minutes and then upgraded Virtuous Treaty. But seeing the Virtuous Treaty upgrade, you gotta be kind of nervous about your hammer program. This would have been probably a good time for Mura in the pit.
I am definitely not
Yeah, it really would have. And I can't help but feel, even though Mura has that story game lead, he doesn't have quite enough, I would say, that I would personally want to risk that, unless he's got some backup strat that's gonna come in anytime. Maybe the amusement park.
It has to come in soon.
It does.
I'm gonna be honest. Cake Commander X has taken a pretty commanding lead.
Yeah.
Cake commanding lead. I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
Your mouth
But,
can say anything it wants.
Oh
but you
man,
still
yeah.
don't
So
have
I'm
a
wondering if they're gonna, if both teams, it seems like, are now, since Mura wasn't able to get the mackerel. It seems like both teams are kind of going to combine read 6 email with ending K. Because for those of you that don't know, you have to read an email and then do a short, very short side quest to get a mackerel, a guaranteed mackerel. So you could combine those 2 goals pretty easily, or at least one benefits the other one.
So 6 is running around in the flooded city. And I'm wondering what he's going for. Because it doesn't look like he has dialogue playing.
Why is he... Where... I'm
Unless...
confused. I don't know.
Unless
why
there's
is he
some
death
big
warping?
brain strat.
Did he screw up or is he death warping? I'm so confused.
He got the transporter unlocked.
Okay.
As for why? Oh no!
Evan
Maybe...
is also at 1 HP. Nope. Going back. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time. Devin, why did you... Oh! Wait, no, I'm confused. I don't know why Devin started doing Forest and then... This team... Both teams are confusing me. I can't tell if they're screwing up or if they're... I can't tell what's happening.
I wish I could come out and say, hey, this is what they're doing. But, I guess in my confusion, I can go over a couple of the goals that are on the board.
Yeah, please do.
So,
I'm sure that many people like me don't.
What's that noise?
So there's certainly some later game ones. Notably, obtain the Lunateer. So that is a very, very late game as far as Bingo is concerned. But it also has an interact. Yeah, there's also an interact with a flower.
Oh. Sorry,
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Stuff's going down. Stuff's happening. We've been talking about stuff happening this whole time. Oh, it seems like Mura's going for
something. He could be going to the merchant. The shopkeeper there.
Okay,
so
sorry, I interrupted you. It was just, that was just big.
Yeah,
that's
so if he's going
swing
for...
that was really needed. I'm done
Is
talking.
he?
I'm sorry. I'm done now.
It's
You
okay.
can talk.
Alright, back to the original point. So there's an overlap with the Lunateer goal. There's also a goal for interacting with one of the tiers during the quest. So if one team gets really far ahead, they can complete 2 goals at the same time without actually losing time. There's also the pink ribbon, which both 6 and Devin are able to get at the moment. A lot of the upgrade options, particularly the lance, which I do believe Mura might even have all of the materials for it. And yep, that's the merchant.
Oh, the long game.
Long
game.
And he's buying crystals. That's for upgrades. So
Upgrades.
there could be a lot more squares coming out now.
This is getting spicy.
And then 2 other squares that I really want to bring up, because if they haven't planned ahead, it's gonna bite them really bad. There are 2 squares. The first one is the choice sachet. Requires 35,000 gold to invest into an NPC. But at the same time, that will be the half-wit inventor.
Oh, I know what 6 was trying to do. 6 was trying to get Die in Flooded City while dialogue is playing.
Ah, was he just too slow?
It's too slow, I think.
Ooh.
It would affect mission efficiency.
So, wondering, I want to know how much money Mura has. Because honestly, serve me up a giant burrito with extra hot sauce, because this is getting spicy.
He could be killing the tank
To go, but I
as
wanted to
well.
say it.
He already has the lance. So, movement tech-wise, we have spear dashing, which lets us get around very quickly. However, usually when in any percent runs, E-ending runs, all of your runs, you would be using this time to get a spear, so then you can spear dash. But he already has it. So he can kill this tank for free.
Shimone.
He's rich.
Oh, and showing off for the fan. Top left corner. You can actually pull out that core and just wail on it. That's something that nobody knows about. We didn't even know about it until like a year and a half into the community. Someone's like, "Did you know you could do this?" And everyone's like, "What the heck? No." Oh god.
You know, it was only today actually I found out. You know, there's a like the Android bodies that are just fixed even when you're not on the network.
Yeah.
They actually have set drops.
They have set drops?
Yep. They drop
that's big.
specific chips.
That's big.
Not one of them is useful.
6 going for it again, I think.
Ooh. Did he get it?
That's difficult to say. I don't think so. Oh,
He
6
hasn't
is getting
ticked it.
hammered by this. 6 is really trying, and then meanwhile we've got Devin just you know, kind of humbly chipping away at the story. Really getting pretty far into it now.
Yeah, but Game Commander is on catch-up duty. He's gonna be out of it for a good 10 minutes though.
Yeah, a Game Commander is kind of out of it, and this was the kind of like long game that we were talking about. We had all those early goals, and now Mura, with a pretty impressive lead, still doing more of the branching off. I guess 6 is also kind of branching off though, going for this die in Flooded City. At least I can only imagine that's what he's going for. I can't.
Oh no, he hasn't done city angles yet.
Yeah.
So a big part of Bingo.
He's trying to get it on the 6.0 or the
Yeah.
operator 610 dialogue. Is that the
The
right
big
operator?
part of the Bingo, where Devin is right now, after that negotiations fight, you unlock the use of transporters. Lets you get around way easier, and helps with a lot of the smaller goals, the side quest goals. And if 6 is gonna fall behind on that, that gives Devin free reign to pick and choose what he wants to do.
Yeah, this story, this falling behind. I think that the plan was for Mura and 6. They're like, okay, we do this dialogue with the you know, the flowers or the getting rejected. Pretty sure it's the getting rejected dialogue. I don't have the sound up right now, but I'm pretty sure it's the getting rejected dialogue. Have that go get the Oh man, what is happening with 6? Is 6 just giving up on it?
He might be trying to do it in the Pascal dialogue.
Oh.
So you get a dialogue from Pascal when you leave the resistance camp. But if he turns around after hitting the dialogue trigger, he may be trying to die during that dialogue.
Yeah, which I think was not working because he was SDing. SD is what you just saw. 2B
Nope.
blows herself up, goes down to 1 HP. No.
He's going for story.
What do you think?
Weird. It's kind of like Mura. I guess it's just like, okay, we've sunk enough time into this. Let's give up on it.
Hmm.
I suppose
That's
technically
really
accurate.
dangerous. that's just, I think, whereas Mura, we were kind of blown away. We're like, oh my gosh, he was fishing and he got money. What? I don't think that's the case for 6. I can't really think of any kind of
No, 6 was mainly on story progress. He got the ending H goal, but
yeah.
What do you think?
He just started transmitting to us directly.
I don't know.
I don't know. This might be difficult for Team 2 birthday.
Yeah, my eyes now are completely on Devin.
What's that noise?
Yeah.
So Devin has the access to transporters.
2B.
He has access to most of the side quests.
We're reading a Goliath-class
Is he gonna
enemy
try and
activity
take some
ruin.
off?
And it looks
We're
like
gonna
there are
see
a ton
some
of other
ticks
machines there with
going
it. All your HUD units should proceed. and
Because it's also
engage
worth keeping in
immediately.
mind, if he goes straight for the story rush,
I knew it.
thinking maybe he's ahead,
I
he has
promise
2
you.
goals related to the Luna tier that he can
Command
tick
is
off.
deploying new flight units for us.
And they've only
They just
got
set the
a few more to
coordinates, so
go.
let's get going.
On.
I'm about to cough. Sorry.
So, Game Commander, Mura, 6, all on story progress. Whereas Devin looks like he's going for the choice sachet goal.
Probably shouldn't get near that
So he
guy's
needs
feet.
35,000
Yeah,
gold.
no. Let's find another route.
And that might have been one of the ones that Mura had the step up on. I'm pretty sure that unlocks right after what Mura is doing right now. So he might have yoinked that goal right out of Mura's hands.
It'll be dangerous,
we have another
but we're not
donation.
going anywhere unless we pass through that Goliath's legs.
We do, indeed. We do have a donation. I was just about to bring that up, actually. We've got a $10 donation from Roji saying, "Shroop." That's it. He says, "Shroop."
Shroop.
Shroop. So yeah, thank you, Roji. Thank you so much, Roji, for your $10 donation. And that $10 donation puts you in the pool for the mug prizes, because do remember we've got prizes for Bingothon Summer 2020, including the mugs as well as digital copy of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch, which is for $20. So yeah, definitely you've got quite a lot to look forward to. And I know my visit here was a bit short, but now it will be time for me to go, and I would like to introduce here Palmy, who will be taking over. So
hello,
good
everyone.
luck. Good luck to you guys, and cheers then.
Thank you very much. Alright, choice sachet has been knocked clean off the board. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
That really does have to sting.
Oh man, because you gotta be thinking that Mura was at least kind of like licking his lips thinking about it, you know? Oh,
Yeah,
this is. Ooh, unless
my bets are on Team Commander X.
Your High,
Or
If I was a
team A.
this is
betting
your
man,
commander. For the first time in
it's
centuries,
looking
we've
rough.
intercepted a
I'm gonna
signal
be
belonging to
honest
the
here.
aliens.
Yeah.
These are the creatures that are in direct
So
command
there
of
are a
machine
bunch of
life forms
goals
on this planet.
that are
If
still
we
on the
destroy
table
them, we can
that
end this long
both
and
Mura and
arduous
Six
war
can go
once and
for,
all. Our intel
and
team
quite easily
But it
yoink
seems
it
to
from
be
the other team.
underground. Like way
However,
underground.
at the same
Guess we'll see
time,
once we get there.
my eyes are on Devin. Will he go for those goals while he has a lead? Or will he play the long game? Get as much progress as he can. He's gone for the manager's request, which I believe means he's working
Seems like they've been
on...
here for a long time.
Let me look at the board here.
What is this place?
Possibly
figure it
Beast
out.
There's
Lord.
nothing like it in the database.
Yeah.
I think that might be a quest requirement for Beast Lord. I could be wrong.
Is it?
You.
To be.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna be
See, I
honest.
don't think it is,
aliens you seek,
but I
I'm
wouldn't
not
put it
they were
out
wiped
there
out centuries
that you
ago.
may think it is,
Us,
because
the machines.
generally, if you're going by what the wiki says,
And who
the wiki
knows,
doesn't expect you to go
perhaps
out of
we'll wipe out
bounds.
the androids next.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
Machines
go,
are
there we
weapons
go.
capable of evolution.
So Devin is going
We can
out of
grow.
bounds now.
There we go.
Become
So it
aware.
might have been that he just
Eventually,
didn't realize he can
intelligence
go out of
within our
bounds
network
to
began
do the
surpass
quest.
that of our creators. You'd probably be surprised at how quickly it
Oh,
happened.
yeah, that's definitely the case based
Yeah.
off of this.
Oh, there's no need to
I don't know how to
fret
put this
about
more
They were
nicely.
simple.
Kind of fumbling around in the out of bounds area.
Almost
I think he
like
needs to go to the left of
plants,
that
I guess you'd say. They
gate.
held
Though.
no
Cooking up a nice
but
bowl
the
of
humans
spaghetti.
on the moon, now they
Ooh,
are
yummy!
interesting.
Taste that,
Why that?
chef. Boy, oh boy, serve me up.
They killed uncountable numbers
Yep,
of
there we go. So if we see him go over to a pole and examine it, yep.
It's fascinating, don't
So
you
he's
think?
most likely going for the
What could
Beast Lord
possibly
level
drive
2
such
quest.
behavior? We have
I believe it
trained
gives you
ourselves to
5
unravel
pyrite,
this riddle of humanity.
which is
And now we
the
will
only
dive into
really
success.
accessible
You were made
way
in their image, after all.
in A ending
It's
to get any pyrite at all.
to locate the
So if
humans
he
on
gets
the
ahead
moon
on that
and
goal,
bring them to us.
there is no way that anyone else can yoink those pyrite
Analyze them
before he
in
does.
order to drag
and take
their
that off.
secrets forth into the
However,
light. Surely
it
you
does
see
mean
the
he's going to be
attraction
locking
in this.
himself into,
We'd
I would say, a bit of a lengthy
never
quest.
do this.
It's certainly
Yeah.
not a short one.
Well,
It's definitely an interesting place to use your lead.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. You could probably knock off a couple other things. I'd personally...
the same way we destroyed these.
Actually, I don't know what I'd go for. I don't know if I'd go for Lunar Tier stuff or not.
I would have gone for Lunateer, personally.
Because the 2 goals, right?
Because of the 2 goals.
The 2-for-1 meal deal, yeah.
But now
Back this
6
way
is
again?
catching up. 6 is,
Stop complaining.
in about a minute from now, going to be at the exact same point.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6
That is
now.
6. So they're at 9. So with how the middle goal works, I don't think we ever touched on that.
Transporters? They let you
The
transfer
middle goal
consciousness
on
to a
this
temporary
board
body back in the
is
body.
a single DG run.
Have none next time.
Would you like to?
So this has
Oh, well, I was just going to say a breeze touched it as we passed by.
Oh, okay.
we
Yeah.
we didn't touch on it. We didn't really talk about it very much, but we brought up that there was a unique square.
Yeah. So essentially, what that square is it's a restriction for one person on each team, assuming they want to take that restriction. However, because of that, instead of having 9 of the 13 tiles essentially marked, they can keep in mind that instead of 9, they have 10. Because when they're done, they can just take that to say, hey, we did all of our squares and we did this. So they're a lot closer. But
Oh no. Ending K
Ooh.
from Devin. Okay, so that's what I was saying with the 6 male and then ending K, how they kind of go hand in hand. I was
Yep.
That's
This is rough.
This is rough. While we were talking about that though, Type 3 Lance to level 2.
Is it gonna be enough though?
No.
You see,
I'm gonna be honest, it's not enough. Devin
Why
is
don't we rest a
so
little bit,
far
2B? It's been a
ahead
while.
in the story progress,
if
even
I
with
feel
some of the
like it.
fumbling around on the was it the manager quest? I don't remember what it's called.
yeah.
The manager quest. It's if I was looking in the mirror, I wouldn't be happy with what I saw. It's a little ugly.
Yeah,
I'll
if I
just say
was
that.
if I was game commander right now, I would be finding just any goal to tick off. Because Devon already has the lead on Beast Lord. They may not know it, but I'm gonna go out on a wing here and say he has a pretty good assumption that he's ahead on that goal.
Where?
So game commander could just be looking for an easy goal to finish up.
Looks like he's going for the money too.
Yeah, but that to me that feels like such an awkward goal to
Chip
go for.
upgrades?
Oh wait, no. He just did coaster, didn't he? So
Yeah.
he's still doing story progress.
He's doing story.
Ooh. So it's still all eyes on Devon.
Yeah, but game could be going for money right now. He just killed Tank,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't have Spear equipped. So he could be going for money and then buy all chip capacity upgrades. I think that's a possibility.
Yeah. So Mur is now going into negotiations. So about 1.5 minutes from now, Mur will have transporters. 6 also has transporters, which means both of them are going to be jumping straight into side quests. Or we're going to see one of them go for the Lunar Tier. However, it could be a case of... It could come down to, hey, do we have the lead on a quest that Devon doesn't realize we're doing?
Leave me alone, jackass. I can't deal
Yeah,
with
that's
your
the
weird hobbies
hardest thing
anymore.
with Lockout
What
is
you think, jerk?
kind of trying to read your opponent and just at a certain point you kind of got to be like, all right, I'm betting they're not there. And sometimes you get bit. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear eats you in that scenario.
Understood.
You know, it's you go for something and it maybe doesn't pan out, but you could also go for something and really pan out. Looks like Devin is going for the... Wait, what is Devin going for?
Say, 2B,
What?
when do you think you'll be willing to call me Nines?
9S works just
Is
fine.
Devin going for
Well,
Ribbon or
yeah,
Beast
but-
Lord?
I believe he's going for Beast Lord. But as for why he's going so far out, this looks like he's going for money. Oh no, he's doing a save war?
I am
No getting through here.
constantly perplexed by these runners right now.
It could be that he's planning, since he was checking his materials, there was one quest that comes to mind, which is the Robo Dojo. That
Six?
quest requires you to go out there and collect different materials to hand back
Yeah.
in.
Six
He
is
could be doing that.
6 is now further in story, by the way.
Ooh.
6 has just finished 4 robots
So 6 could be going for the Lunar Tier Rush.
for Lunar Tier Rush, which would be huge.
So
But it might be too little too late, I'm not sure.
the thing I'm gonna look at now. So Game Commander is about to finish up Bouvoir. He's gonna go to Pascal's village. There is one specific quest which unlocks there, which is the one which can give you the pink ribbon.
Yeah.
I really want to know, is Mura aware that Game Commander is just about to catch up on story? And is Mura gonna go ahead and like attempt to lock Game Commander out of that square? Just like fight tooth and nail for every little advantage he can get.
I would love to see that, but I think that also takes. That would be.
It would be great.
I'll go crazy because that's gonna take like some hard reads based off of the early transporter goal.
Yeah.
Block offs, and you still have to wonder who's doing what and how far Devin is and what Devin's doing, or vice versa, because I don't know if they know who is going for what, but I think it's pretty clear that one of them's rushing something and one of them's rushing the other thing. So, dude, I don't know. If I'm in Mura and Six's situation, I don't even know what to do. I think 6 wants 2 points. 6 wants those juicy points, and he wants them now.
What
I
is?
think he's going for Lunar Tier.
Oh, never mind. It's just my own knowledge is leaving me there. So Devin just there left the camp. That was actually just to update the quest. But here's the question: does he now have all of the materials he needs to take off that goal?
Just got 15 non-system chips with different names or levels.
Beast Lord level 2. That could be it.
Oh,
I think that's it.
I think that's it. 2, 3, 4.
They already have Sing DG run.
Yeah.
Yep, so that is it. So Team Cake Commander X has won.
Wow.
That was not what I expected. Definitely Game Commander's rooting early on. Brilliant decision. Going to the desert, making sure that nobody else can yoink those early game goals while doing story, but then taking the detours. That definitely paid off for them.
Yeah, those detours were huge. Game's bingo routing is just insane every time.
So, I have a question. We still have a little while on the estimate. We could black out this board. But while we do that, should we get them in here, ask them a few questions? Because I've definitely got a few questions. I want to know...
I have a lot of questions.
What was Mura's early game plan? And did he know... right from the first moment he looked at the board that he was going to get all that money?
I can definitely see if I can bring him into live real fast.
Please do. Please do.
That'd be great, thank you.
I'll be just a moment to see if I can get a hold of him.
2B.
Sure.
That's an android. A Yorha-type android.
Alert. This unit is currently wanted by Yorha.
In the meantime, I think nobody really knows what to do. So they're
Let's go,
kind of standing around.
Bunker to 2B and 9S. We've picked up a signal from the black box. The fugitive known
So
as
I do
Agent
believe they are going to be blacking out the board,
What
since we are a little bit ahead of
is
time.
your enemy.
But
She deserted us. She's destroyed
All right, welcome in
multiple
game,
systems.
and welcome
Now
in.
kill her before she kills
Muranieum.
you.
Hey, one.
Hello.
Yo,
We
what's
kind of
up,
got
guys?
destroyed over here.
What? So, okay, I have to ask, what were you thinking with the... Were you going for ending K? And then you were just like, well, I got the fish for money. Anyway.
No, I mean, I was going for ending K, and because I just could not... It's all RNG in the anyways, right?
Yeah.
So I had to make the call. Okay, will I keep going for the fish, or will I just call it? Okay, I can't get it. Might as well cut my losses here, and just keep on going with story progress.
Well, I hope you know that we thought that was a huge brain play, because the fish sell for good money, and we thought you were just getting crazy bank.
Yeah.
We thought you were going for ending K, and if you didn't get it, then oh well, you had money to get all the other stuff.
Yeah, that was the plan, because we can tell that this board was very money hungry, right?
Yeah, it definitely was.
So, you know, if we don't get the fish we need, then we do get the money instead, but I was still hoping for a very quick macro catch.
Yeah.
So that I can
Never
keep on
happens when
pushing
you
with the
want
story.
it. Never happens when you want it.
I mean,
Six, were you
it
pushing
never
it?
happened at all.
It never
Six,
happens
were you
at
pushing
all.
any percent?
I was, but I did the big negative 20 IQ play, and I screwed up Death Warp 3 times.
Ooh, yeah.
We thought you were going for the die in flooded
Yeah,
city.
I
while
was.
dialogue. Okay.
I thought about doing it for dialogue, but then the first time I did it, I went for ending K, and I forgot to save before ending K, so it reset me back for the first time. Then the second time I run back and I don't have animal bait, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try for this, but I'm gonna read emails this time and hope something triggers. And so I read the emails, nothing triggered, and I'm like, okay, Death Warp. And then I realized, in all of my thinking, while trying to think other bingo goals, like what can we do here, I didn't talk to an enemy. So then I warped back to Pascal's village for the third time and had to run all the way back again.
Oh, that sucks. I was trying to do Death Warp, or the Death in Flooded City, but I kind of messed up and I clipped into the what do you call it? What's that quest of the boxes?
So manager's request.
Oh yeah. I also realized that you could use the talking to a transporter for the first time dialogue to die in Flooded City.
Yeah. Ooh.
And we definitely could have done that like much earlier.
Oh.
I totally
I
didn't even think about that dialogue until I got it in the res camp, and then I was like, ooh shit, if I triggered that down there.
So, game, I have some questions for you. That early game, what was your plan? Because that was big brain.
Okay, so we were sure that so there's 3 goals in the forest, or if you go like Pascal's into the forest, and there's 2 in the desert that like need just nothing in story. So my original plan was to grab Virtuous Treaty so that I would be behind whichever one of them is doing it, see which one they do, and then go do the other, so that we guaranteed like split the goals, right? Because I was gonna do
Game, I'm gonna cut you there. I actually completed VT much earlier than you did. I just didn't mark it in hopes that we can get that smidge advantage.
Oh no.
But yeah, you ended up marking it like right before I was planning on, which was after Adam fight. So
man, that's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played the long con and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, it was a risky move, but I thought we had to go for it at that point.
You needed
we
big
were
plays.
pretty behind.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we started
so
going
I
for a
was-
bunch of risks.
I was like super confused when like I was like getting towards the desert and neither the desert goals nor the forest goals had been grabbed. So I just decided to grab some of the desert goals, and then after that I was even more confused. But so I wound up with like literally not an ounce of sort. Like I did the supply trader quest when Devin was like doing negotiations or something.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have a question for 6 as well.
Sure.
So right before the end of that, you went towards Forest. Were you planning to pick up the Lunateers?
No, not quite yet there.
Alright, because that was one that I was particularly eyeing up. Because nobody seemed to be going for the Forest Progress. And then when you went for it, there's 2 goals that I was sure somebody was gonna go for, but then nobody did.
The Lunateers can only be accessed after post day 2, so that's a very late game goal.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
a late
was
game
that
goal.
A2.
Yeah, I don't think anyone reached day 2 as far as
I think
I just finished
everyone-
day 2.
Yeah,
I think
so
everyone, had
we
it,
would
like, in their
only be
back
able to go for
pocket.
it now.
Yeah, 6
were all
was
thinking-
6 was at A2, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6
Oh,
was
he
very
at
close.
A2 for a while. Yeah, he was very close. That's why we were talking about
Yeah,
it.
so we were actually 6 was going for the Lunateer at that point.
Gotcha.
We kind of had a little bit of a change in thought for our plan as well, because as I was running through Forest, we're thinking, okay, Devin, game is still going to be probably pretty early game, given off like the pathing he's taken, and we're only 1 or 2 away from not being able to win it, and so we're like, okay, wait a minute, what might game go for at that point? So we're kind of trying to think of other things to do, because yeah, Devin can come and sweep the rest of the late game goals, but game can also get the rest of the early ones that Mura was working on. So we kind of switched priority at the last second.
There was so much early game too, so I was realizing when I got to the amusement park, or after I left the amusement park, that I probably could have killed the tank early for level 5 to die on the coaster.
Yeah.
So I remember highlighting that one. I think it was when you first went there. You were level 4, or it might have been Muro was level 4. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, no, I was
maybe
4.
somebody's gonna get that extra level.
I should have done it. I should have killed the tank for level 5. It totally. I was so like laser focused on like I gotta get those 2 in the forest, because I still thought someone was racing me at that point. I still thought I was racing somebody for those goals.
Alright, well, Shabu, do you have any other questions for them?
No, I think that's it from me.
Alright, so we're a little bit behind on schedule. So instead of blocking out the board, I do believe we're just going to move on to an intermission and let them get set up for the next run. So
Thank you guys for commentating. I'm sure it was a fun one to watch.
Thank you.
It was a blast. Thank you so much.
I really
much, guys.
Thanks.
All right, and thank you, Bingothon, for having us. Really appreciate it. Always have a blast here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bingothon. It's always a pleasure to come and show off NieR Automata. Usually I'm playing, but this time I'm spectating and commentating. It's a different take to what I'm used to, that's for sure.
You were great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shabu. Always here for the commentary. I do believe that's 3 out of 3 now.
Yeah.
Doing commentary.
Got a legacy.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. And thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, got me here on streams. I'm happy to be here for this evening. We still got plenty of runs to go for tonight's event. We still got plenty of bid wars and some good prizes. We still have the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. We have a download code for that. Minimum donation is $20, and we still have our awesome Bingothon mugs. Be sure to check those out. And go ahead and throw in a donation of about $10 or more, and we can definitely get those sent off to you if you would like one. We have quite a few good runs coming up, so stick around, stay tuned. We're gonna have a awesome DK64 run coming up here in just a hot second, so don't go anywhere. We got more good game coming right at you. Also, just for some fun kicks and giggles, if you happen to miss these awesome donation readouts, I'll go ahead and give you guys the last couple of donations that have been happening. Just around the earlier parts of the event, a couple hours ago, we had a $10 donation from Lone saying that mud got me sold. Gotta support the high ground. So I wanted to say a secondary shout out to Leon. Axel for his early $40 donation saying, quote, "Go team high ground and have fun, y'all." And about a little over several hours ago, we had Crash with the whopping $50 donation saying, "Shabu and game CDR or CMDR, huh? Hope you guys stay, or goodness, hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, everyone." And the last donation we had, maybe about 20 minutes ago, was a good one from Rod G with a $10 donation saying, "Schloop." If you guys want to hear your donations read out on stream, go ahead and submit your donations below. Be sure to support great causes, as we do every year, with our current one this year, supporting Fred Hutch. Now, if you weren't here for the interview, I can give you the short and skinny on it. Fred Hutch is basically a bunch of whole scientists and public health officials working around the world around the clock, using nextstrain.org to monitor the pandemic and slow the spread of the infection of COVID-19 and other virus outbreaks. There were a lot of great people pulling in overtime, trying to help solve all of these crises by doing research on all these little and fine points, all these viruses. So if you want to help support a good cause and help eliminate COVID-19 and be a part of the epic drive to fund the vaccine, go ahead and submit your donations by typing in !donation. You can also check in with all of our different bids and incentives if you were to type in !bid and !incentives in the chat below. Within just a moment or two, we'll be ready for our DK64 run, so stay tuned, everyone.